I am.
All right. Well, Dr. Feelgood, let them hear and give them what you got to make them feel all right tonight.
All right now. In the chat, I put in prices for different types of procedures, from leg lengthening to the mommy makeover that Jackie O had, to BBLs to 360 lipo. Let's go back to saying why. Why do men and women get plastic surgery or get surgery? One is they want the results, and that's just a. It's a symptom of today's society because we want things done fast. Now, some of us are a little more mature. Y'all remember 40 years ago, ATMs was a brand new thing. You had to go to a bank to get your money. So if it was Saturday and you needed money, guess what? You wasn't getting money. Now you can go any time of the day, 2 a.m. If you need some money, you can go in to get some money. Remember, we used to have to warm our food in the oven or on the stove. We had to warm up leftovers. Now we got microwaves. We had convection ovens, but nobody could afford one of those back in the day. But that's what, so we went from having to wait time to do stuff and having patience to we got to have it now. How many people by show put a one in the box if you had dial up back in the 90s?
If you
Put a
had
one in the
what?
box if you had dial up.
Dial up. Don't act like y'all too young to know what dial up is.
14.4,
AOL.
28.8, 56.6. Yeah, we all had it. The problem is that, if we were still on that, we couldn't even have this.
Correct.
So it tells you that our patience has gotten lower as technology has gotten better. So why wouldn't our personalities be like that? We want to lose weight? Don't hit the gym, just go get it fixed. Your butt small? Don't worry, get some balloons put in it and get bigger. Your boobies tiny? You can go from a cup, meaning shucks, to a triple J, meaning jam, jelly, and whatever rhymes with J. In one day, you can go from looking like Big Shirley to Skinny Minnie in a visit. It doesn't, and you don't really have to do anything but just pay money and be there. But but why do we do this? We get pressure from our surroundings. Somebody said earlier about social media. Social media, everybody wants to look like an Instagram model. I don't know why, because they all look the same. We're not happy. We're not happy with ourselves the way we are. We thinking if we looked a certain way that we would get more attention. We get that promotion. We get that consideration that we thought we didn't have because we didn't think ourselves was enough. Now, guys will tell you they like looking at big butts. They like looking at nice boobs, but they don't want their woman to get that stuff. So if guys don't want women to get the stuff, why do women get it? Well, one reason I got something that I get more attention than you, because that's a currency for most women, young to old, is attention. For men, y'all want women's attention, but only to look at y'all, look up at y'all, say, man, I wish I could get on her level. Y'all want men attention because that's you dress for yourself, but but you still want compliments from men. Because if men stop complimenting you, how would you feel if you went all day, you nice and dressed up, and not a man said ne'er a word to you?
Oh, I will not say it.
As long as I smell good.
But what I'm saying is that even though you might be taken, you might be single, you might be taken and single at the same time. You might be married and taken at the same time. You might be married and single at the same time. But nothing does it for a person than getting a compliment or a approving look from someone of the opposite gender. And that
that's
y'all might
natural,
say,
right, Dr. Feelgood? It's natural for a man to tell you if you're looking good, if you're smelling good. But you know, you have some individuals that don't do that.
right,
And you know you're
because
looking good and you know you're smelling good.
sometimes what a lot of times there was a survey out that most women find 80%, that's 8 out of 10 men, sexually unattractive. Not financially, but sexually unattractive. And if a guy looks like Norbit from you ever remember the movie Norbit?
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy. Somebody look like that, y'all gonna be like, and he say, hey, fabulous, you look good. I really like the way you smell. You be like, ew, get away from me. But
not necessarily, because a compliment is a compliment.
Compliments are compliments, but compliments, the difference between a creep and a compliment is on how the guy looks. That's
Oh, that's
that's
somebody that's superficial now.
most
That's
people are today.
honestly, ask most women. Depends who the compliment is coming from. They'd be offended. If they're trying to
That's
Exactly.
guy,
not true.
Because if Idris Elba said that you look good, you be floating on air, and that might not be your guy. With somebody
No,
that
that's
you
not
really,
my
really
guy.
like, that
Definitely
looks good
not
to
my
you.
guy.
Chris Brown.
Say Chris Brown though.
So,
I'm just teasing.
If I tell
but
you look good,
what
you
I'm
gonna
saying though
start
is
that.
if somebody like
Definitely
Raymond
Chris
from your
Brown.
job who don't always dress well, if he keeps saying, "Hey, you're looking beautiful," the first time you might be, yeah, you're right. Oh, that's a nice compliment. He say it again, and you like, hey, you kind of creepy. So it's not. It's just how it is. I mean, we can't unwire nature. As much as we say stuff and we do stuff, we can't unwire nature. I see my cuz down there. What you think?
Who is your cuz?
Danny in the house.
Is that Danny?
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
Danny?
What's going on?
What do you think, cuz?
Exactly what you said. Exactly what you said.
So, Danny, let me ask you this question. Have you ever complimented, say, for example, the young lady may not be the most attractive woman in the world, but she smells really, really good. And you say, oh, I like your smell. Do you do that? Or just because she's not your cup of tea or the apple of your eye, or she doesn't look the way, you won't give her a compliment if she's smelling extraordinary?
I might tell her she got nice shoes or something.
Okay, Danny. You're wrong for that. But okay, Danny. Okay.
Nah, but I'm not an evil person like that. I'll definitely compliment somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But
But and a lot of times, I remember when I was in grad school at the University of Maryland, and I used to, we go out to the clubs. We have clubs in DC, and you see all these wonderful, beautiful looking ladies, and you ask them to dance, and they like, nah. Well, I asked a friend of mine, and she said, well, we just, because we got our hair done, and we don't want it to fall, so we don't dance. We just want to look good and get compliments. And I said, so what's the purpose of going if that's all you want? And that's when I realized that attention is like a drug. Male attention is like a drug to most women. Not every woman, but to most women, male attention is a drug. And if you like women that look like men, you want their attention. But anyway, that's the whole thing, is that you may not want sex from every man you see. That's
so
a fact.
A compliment doesn't mean you're getting sex.
No, that's true. And that's what I'm saying. But a compliment from the right person that you like will make your day a lot better than the compliment from Eugene from accounting.
Okay. All right. Because I thought you was trying to say a compliment was gonna get him some. I was getting ready to say, child.
No,
All right.
we ain't even that easy, because if a woman compliments me, I'm gonna say thank you and keep it moving.
Ouch.
But guys don't usually get compliments, so we kind of like that. But I mean, if we don't get one, we don't get one. But women, I dare women to say they can go a day without, when they're looking nice, and not get a compliment from somebody.
I can.
I call cap. I like to see that. But
I can, because I look good every day, and you don't have to compliment me every day as long
All
as
right.
I stay with
Speaking
myself.
from a true AKA.
I'm just saying. And as
That's
far as
right.
men saying you keeping it moving, some men might say, it's more where this come from. You never know where that person is if you compliment a man.
right, I agree. And you know, the thing about men is that we suck at reading women. We really suck at reading women. A lot of us just like, oh, she looked fine, but she could be having a bad day, and then she bites your head off, and you're like, I was just saying hi. Instead of noticing her demeanor, character, how she's carrying herself, sometimes you just got to say, hey, I'll admire from afar. But
Okay,
go ahead.
so that's what I was going to make a valid point. Or when you meet someone, you're looking at the outer opposed to that personality, because most of the time men have such high standards and criteria that they expect from a woman. But a woman, you said that sometime whenever it was, you was 300 and some odd pounds. And I'm sure during that time, the women didn't frown upon you. They probably say, oh, he's such a snuggly bear. Because most of the time when you have a big guy, it's like you're thinking, well, that's more to cuddle with. But with men, if they have a big linebacker kind of woman, oh, heck no. I got to buy her 2 steaks, you know? So my whole thing is men are totally different from the way women are, because women are more accepting to different things when it comes down to larger males opposed to the
Okay.
male, you
Okay.
know?
You have a point. Now I'm going to say this. We talked about height a few weeks ago.
Height.
Something a man can't control. And a lot of y'all want men y'all can look at or up.
Mm-hmm.
So if a man is 5'3", he could be dragging on the ground, and y'all know what I mean. He can have the 6s of 6-packs. His pockets could be walking on his knees because his pocket's so fat. And women like, he's everything, but he's too short.
No, short men are in. And look at Dupree. Look at Janet Jackson.
Yeah. But that's
short men.
It's a phase.
Coming back.
It's a phase, just like light skinned men.
Latrice, help me out, please.
But the thing is, though, is for real, is that, you know, a lot of times men are relatively simple. We just want somebody who treats us nice, gives us peace. You could be kind of out of shape, but as long as you're a good woman, a good person, that's cool.
He didn't say the kind of out of shape, Leanne. Did you hear that?
Kind of
out of shape.
Hey, I'm out of shape. I know. I'm
Dr.
okay.
Feelgood.
Okay,
Man
round is the shape.
Man ain't never asked me for no
Okay.
stomach. That's all I can say.
Hey, look, round is the
Leanne?
shape. It just ain't the shape that I want to be in right now.
Okay.
What, Coca-Cola?
Okay. So,
But doesn't that really go down to like preference? Because I've seen, things where men will say they want a fit woman, and then you have some men who prefer larger women. I mean, everybody has a preference.
Yes, everybody has a preference, but I'm talking in generalities. Generally, women want a guy that's a little taller than them.
Yeah.
Unless they're 5'11", then they want a guy an inch or two taller than them.
That's true.
So and guys want, and most guys prefer a woman that weighs less than him. I'm not saying thinner. That weighs less than him. So those things, you know, we can't unwire biology. That's just it. So what I'm saying, I guess I say all of that to say is that, you know, we have to be happy and satisfied with what we have and do our thing and be able to, you know, fix what we can fix and maintain what we got to work on, because it's always, you know, the Bible says we press towards the mark of the high calling.
All right, now go on
It
and preach.
didn't say saunter. It didn't say run. It didn't even say walk. It said press. What are you doing when you pressing? You pushing. You grunting. It ain't pretty, but you're going in that direction. And that's, you know, a lot of us get discouraged because we get rejected because of who we think we are and who we think people think we are. But, you know, rejection is a part of life. And it only makes you better if you get rejected and fix whatever needs to be fixed and go. But a lot of times, and especially in today's society, social media, everybody's living a perfect life. We ain't got nothing wrong. Everybody's a 10. And we know that ain't true. But people act like it. People act like it. Now, my question tonight is, and I got about 2 more minutes. My question tonight is, have you ever in your life, not on TV, seen a botched plastic surgery? Anybody?
Yes, goodness. It's a young lady around here. Won't call her name, but she got the bottom done, her buttocks. I guess it was a BBL. And one sit up high and one sit down low. And you talking about when she come through, she come through. I said, oh no, she need to go back and get a refund because it looks some kind of bad. It looks some kind of bad, but you can't tell her she not the finest thing walking. And yes, goodness, I seen it in the reel.
That's called delusion. Anybody else?
Yes, I have, and I think it was Hertz dealership. It was a Hispanic lady. She actually looked like a cartoon character. Her body was straight, then her butt looped. It was like, it just looked hard. It just looped and then straight again. And then when she turned around, all you seen was lips. That's it. Like, I thought I was looking at a grouper fish, just lips. And they really think they look good. And oh my God, it was so scary.
Wow.
A group of fish.
Anybody else got a story? Well, before I turn it over to Mr. Jackson, I'm going to run a quick commercial. We're going on a commercial break, and we'll talk about. And Mr. Jackson will come on as soon as we come back. Stay tuned.
This is your girl, Dr. Fabulous, y'all. Come on and join me and the crew for a 3-day cruise to the Bahamas. That's October 27th through the 30th. And we are going to have a wonderful time leaving out of Port Canaveral on Carnival Liberty. So come on. This year's theme is Harlem Nights. Get dressed up in your glitz and glam and share the experience with myself and Trey, Dr. Fabulous, Lady T, Special K, and we cannot forget about Mr. J, that's Action Jackson. So come on, everyone, for this fantastic voyage. And you know what? Hold your space for $25. So guess what, y'all? See you soon and smooches. Mwah.
Well, I must say that was a wonderful commercial. Going on. Snap, 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 snap. Woo. Okay. Nasty, not Nasty J. Action Jackson. Are you
Action
ready
Jackson.
for us this evening?
I'm ready. I've been ready and waiting. Okay. So
You've been ready and waiting. Okay.
Yeah, patiently. So since we all have different nationality and beauty come in different cultures, right? You have the Hispanics, you have the Korean, Chinese, Africans, different God created us in unique ways, right? Who set the standard for beauty? Because in each culture or nationality, you find somebody beautiful in that culture. So who thinks set the standard for beauty? Why all these women having BBLs or plastic surgery? Or why?
I think social media. They want you to look like a trophy. And reality is everyone is a trophy in their own way, but they want everyone to have long.
I can't hear you. Lady T?
Lady T, you broke up. Lady T, you broke up.
Pay your bill, Lady T. Pay your bill.
What happened? That's the
I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, guys.
You were
What'd you
saying
say?
that you were saying social media set the standard, right? And I remember like when go ahead.
Go ahead.
I remember when Kim K just came out in the early 2000s, and a lot of black women had hips and built strong and beautiful. And then they were getting attention. When Kim K did, it seemed like everybody all of a sudden started getting BBL or getting work done in their body, the lips, the abs, the whole 9 yard. Right?
Right.
And it's just sad that a lot of our own black women who are beautiful go ahead and get more work done to their body, and also cause backlash. Maybe one of their butt maybe up or one down, imbalance in the asset part,
Well, that's why you have to love yourself first. You can't base your body,
Right.
Off your man, your woman, your neighbor, your coworker. You have to learn how to love what God bless you with, and just perfect it. If you got saggy breasts, put on a smaller bra and pull it up higher. Put on them tight jeans and pull your butt up. I don't know, but you just got to find ways to make it work for you.
Pull it up tight so you can see that V.
That's right.
There you go.
Some of y'all got camel toe, some of y'all got moose knuckles, so they might not work like that.
Wait a minute, what's a moose knuckle?
That's Cap.
You guys have to translate for me.
Hey, Dr. Feelgood, all I know is only two kinds: big old good ones and good old big ones. That's all I know.
Hey, moose knuckle is it, instead of making that V, it's a W.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I'm done.
Okay,
that wasn't my question. I said, who set a standard? But y'all said social media. I believe what I'm saying, and just sad that the Jackie O lost her life because she's trying to, work on her body, and then she was a beautiful young lady overall, and that she felt she was good enough because of social media, who she probably look up to other entertainers in the industry, and she lost her life.
Does anyone know what was the reason of her getting it? Was it for like DC? Does anybody know? I know the internet is
from what I understand, she couldn't. She was working out in the gym, but she wanted to get it. She wanted to get tighter, faster. So she chose to do a mommy makeover, which costs about, I want to say they start at $3,000. They start at $3,000, between $3,000 and $10,000. And the surgeon she went to wasn't licensed to do cosmetic surgery. He was a certified doctor, but he wasn't board certified in elective surgeries.
Right.
I got a
What
question.
else for the procedure? In a mommy makeover, doctor, feel good. Like what some of the things that are being done to the body? Just curious.
Well, she was getting a tummy tuck, a breast lift, and probably some ab sculpting and fat removal from the love handles.
Right.
So my question is
Correct.
it worth it? You know, is it worth losing your life
Right.
just to be beautiful?
Surgery.
The crazy part is she was very attractive prior to that. But
Right.
Yeah.
if you look in the mirror and you see ugly, I don't care how beautiful you are to everybody else. If you see ugly in your mirror, guess what? You ugly.
Mm. That's like those people with anorexia. They're skinny, but they still see themselves as fat. Yeah.
Okay.